Okay, a fitting guest for the final episode of this year or season, whatever which way you want to look at it. It's Rhiannon Djupdalen.
Oh, so not the real Rhiannon. I thought the artist Rhiannon.
Yeah.
Rihanna.
I am an artist.
Okay.
In other ways.
Wrong colour, wrong age.
Yeah.
But this is going to be really good because we're going to go through Rhiannon's life as a district nurse, how she became a dressage, equine trainer, breeder. Slash a few different things.
Breeder.
And plus as well, she's on the board and she's, sometimes I call you the landlady, Rhiannon, for short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, of the courthouse where we are today in Gamleby. So yeah, interesting subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mark, we have to be careful though. In front of the landlady, you know that, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Don't upset me. I might rise the rent.
We didn't do anything.
Yeah. But let's go back a bit, Rhiannon. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Melby Strand, which is a seaside village outside Laholm, Halmstad, in the bay of Laholm, it's called.
Okay.
It's the longest sand beach in Sweden. It's three Swedish miles long.
30-kilometer beach. Can you
sand
drive?
Beach.
Can you drive along the beach?
You could before on the south end of it, but now I've just read on the Facebook group that the Kommunen closed the driving on the beach down, and everybody's really upset.
Yeah,
because it was good for handicapped people and people with lots of children and lots of stuff, and the sand was so dry there, so you could drive on it. Where I grew up further north, it's too fluffy, you can't drive in it, you get stuck.
Okay. And which did you come from, like a medical family or like a horse family?
No. Yeah. Well, no, my mother was a entrepreneur. She had when I grew up, she was a seamstress. She had her own little, whatever you call it, shop, yeah. And she made dresses for all the fancy people in Stockholm. So in all these, magazines where you see people going to different parties, it always says, and the dress was sewn by Atelier Märta in Melby Strand.
Jeez.
Yeah. So she sewed everything to me, and she sewed my jeans, and I hated it because I wanted Lee's and Levi's, and she had this. She made them herself, and now I would have loved them, but then it was horrible.
Do you remember them wool cardigans years ago, the woolly jumpers with the buttons? My mother used to knit them for us. I swear, I can feel it now as I think about it.
Itchy.
They were so itchy and warm. Yeah. But would be good for a Swedish winter.
It would.
Yeah.
But she did that, and then she started. My family has owned. Well, there was a big field just close. Well, my grandmother and grandfather had a farm, and in those days, in the beginning of the 20th century, there was not very many houses around there, so they had cows in these fields. But then the tourists started to come and live in cottages, and they went hunting the calves with bow and arrow. So my grandmother was really upset, and she realized we can't keep this up. We can't have animals. They're too dangerous. So they started a camping place, which is now, I don't know, like a 3-star camping place.
Sorry, you said the tourists were hunting the cows with bow and arrow?
Yeah, the children.
Okay.
Fancy that.
Hey, but talking about tourism, when I drive to the West Coast, I always experience that it's a little bit more developed with tourism. There's more tourism there.
Yeah, I think so too. I would think so. I would say so.
There's less here.
Yeah, and it's been going on maybe for a longer time. It's been established earlier there.
Yeah.
So my grandmother started that, and then my mother eventually took over, and she ran that for many, many years, and it developed it a lot. And
Yeah. And what inspired you to become a nurse, Rhiannon?
Oh, it's interesting. We spoke about, I wanted to become a midwife. It was an article in Västerviks-Tidningen yesterday about this woman who had her child at home. And that's the reason I became a nurse, because I wanted to become a midwife and do home births. But then I became but you have to be a nurse first before you do your midwife training.
Yeah.
So then after I'd done my nursing training, I don't know, life's changed and I took different paths. I let that go, but that was kind of fun.
But your parents, your mother didn't want you to follow on the family business or anything?
No. I think she left that eventually and we rented it out. So other people have been running it, but no.
Okay, yeah.
And she was a stern moderat, right-wing follower. And obviously I became left.
Oh, you were a rebel?
Yeah.
Of course.
Lots of fights about politics.
Yeah. But which age did you leave your hometown then? Did you stay in your hometown to go to college as a nurse, or did you move?
No, I moved when I was 15. You had to go to Halmstad to go to gymnasiet because there wasn't any in Laholm. There was no on that level. So I lived there for 3 years. And then what did I do then? Then I moved to... what did I do then? I traveled after that, yeah. I went to first after gymnasiet, I went to the US for a year and stayed with my aunt and her family there.
Seattle?
Yeah, Seattle.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I went, I took another education before nursing to become en fritidsledare. I don't know what that's called in English.
Daycare.
Not daycare, but they have like på fritidsgårdar.
After school
activities.
After school.
So I did that in Värmland for 2 years, and then I moved to Gothenburg, and then I started to travel to Scotland, and I stayed there for a year totally, and then I was on the verge of moving permanently to Scotland, but then I did like you. We went to India instead. Me and some friends.
Yeah.
And after that, me and 3 other guys, we bought a house outside Laholm and started to live like in a commune there. And then I started my nursing career.
Yeah. But when go back a little bit to Seattle, there's Seattle one side it's always raining, and then you go over the mountain and then it's always sunny.
Yeah, but it's changed now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like that anymore.
Which side?
My aunt, she lived out on Vashon. It's an island off Seattle.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic. It's a fantastic place.
What's it like? It's lovely there. I'd love to go there sometime.
Yeah, you should. Oh, it's really nice. But it doesn't rain as much anymore. It's the climate change, I guess.
Yeah, it's warmer.
So nice. For the other people on the other side.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah. I've seen the building and everywhere they filmed it.
Yeah.
But can you imagine they had rain all the time, and now instead they have sun. I mean, they must be happy there on the other side of the mountain.
Because I'm from Galway in Ireland, and it's definitely one of the nicest cities, but it rains the most because we're right on the Atlantic Ocean. So I think the record is 45 days straight it rained.
All right.
But other than that, though, it's a really cool town.
That's nice.
So,
I've been to Ireland. I went on a horse travel thing. We went to the National Stud, and we went on a trip to different breeders around Ireland.
Yeah, horses, we'll get to that later. Horses, gigantic in Ireland. Really big breeding, and I'd say like the best in the world up there anyway.
And I realized why they called Ireland the Green Island, because I've never seen grass that green.
Yeah.
It's so green.
Yeah, very vibrant.
Like fluorescent almost,
Yeah.
That was amazing.
But if you go to Ireland during the summer, I get it when I'm back there during the summer. I don't go back too often, but I go, Jesus Christ, why did I leave this place?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, vibrant, and it's very easy going. And there's a little bit of the Wild West thing going on there. It's modern and a little bit wild, which is, it's fun.
Yeah, and I think Ireland is doing better financially now than in the old days, so it must be easier for people.
Yes and no. We've lots of foreign companies working there, but the money is getting sent from the country.
Okay.
Yeah, there's lower taxes in Ireland for them to come, but the money is leaving the country as well, which is an issue. And because of that, the rents have gotten higher as well. There's a shortage of houses.
Okay.
So it used to be kind of similar to Sweden, but now it's double and a half.
Wow.
Yeah, so there is problems there. Yeah, economically it's okay, but housing wise is disaster. Yeah. But your house, you and that's unusual though. You and 2 other people bought a house together.
Yeah, 3 other. Yeah, we were 4 people. So the 3 of us bought it, and the 4th guy, he didn't want to buy it. So we bought it together. Yeah, it's an old school.
Okay.
And we had it for 3 years. So I lived. Yeah. But talking about horses and nursing, when we went to the Irish National Stud, and then we went to a big place with the Arabs breed. The breed.
Thoroughbreds.
Yes,
Thoroughbreds.
the thoroughbreds. Yeah, and they had I mean, I tell you, the stable where the horses were born, where they gave birth to the foals, was like a Swedish heart intensive care unit.
Oh, yeah, it's proper. It's like real deal.
Really, and you were sitting up there in the middle, and you had all the supervision and all the cameras and all the equipments, and it was. We thought, just wow.
Yeah, because Coolmore Stud in Ireland, it's like Aidan O'Brien. He's the trainer, and it's like it's the top in the world.
Yeah. And they had them there, and they were born there, and then I think they were like 1 year old. They were shipped away to other stables, and they started the trainings.
Yeah, but we'll get to that anyway. Okay. We can bounce around, but let's. And I like that as well. Last night and the night before, medical care and horses. It's kind of mixed together.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
People get sick, horses get sick.
Absolutely.
Some people are a little bit crazy, some horses are a little bit crazy.
And just now, it's a big issue in Sweden, the fees for veterinary care. For all sorts of animals. I mean, people are,
Lots of trainers have joined up with different trainers because of the veterinary costs, the costs of the stud, the farm. A lot of trainers have closed down their operation.
Yeah, I bet.
Especially in England.
In England too, yeah.
Yeah. That's not easy.
No.
But we'll go backwards, or go backtrack a little bit. Where did you... So to be a district nurse, for me, you have to have loads of experience and you have to have loads of courses before you can do that. What were you first? Which type of nurse were you first?
Well, I a general nurse, you do this... altogether a 3-year education.
Yeah.
And then I worked in Halmstad at the hospital for a couple of years. And then I moved over here. So then, as I had started my own business at my farm then, I wanted to work night shifts, so I could spend more time at home.
Yeah.
So then I rang the woman. She's not with us anymore. Karin Svensson, a very, very nice lady. She was the boss of the up here Gamleby sjukhem.
Okay.
So I phoned her. No, first I moved to Gransjö, to Ove Megin, which Laura spoke about, I'm sure.
Maybe.
And I stayed there for a year. It's like a I don't know what you call it. It's like it was a place to train yourself and to get to know yourself, and get into who you are and what you really want and what's the meaning of life and all that.
Hang on. Ove Megin.
Ove Megin, yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were in the Who Are You? Who are you?
Who are you? Yes. Who am I and who are you?
It was Laura's man's
her life
school.
partner.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah.
She must have spoken about that. Yeah.
That was a big chapter.
I got into that world and his courses and his education before. When I lived in Halmstad, I went to different. He had both in Denmark and on the west coast in Sweden.
Yeah.
He had a place where you could go for a weekend or 10 days education, like. And so I did that, and then he bought this house in Odensvig. So then me and the boyfriend I had then, we decided we were going to move over here. So we did. So I stayed 1 year there, and then I found, or actually he found the farm that I bought. So after you stayed 6 months at a time, and after my second 6-month period was almost over, he came and showed me this leaflet from Djupdalen. He says, "Isn't this something for you?" And it was, because I've lived there ever since.
Jeez. You're lucky, Rhiannon. It's nice to find your place.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And you're mixing in the Uwe with the Who Are You?
Yeah.
The Who Are You, digging deep.
Yeah.
So you found your place to live physically and then spiritually, mentally.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Was that at a young age?
No, I was 32 when I came over here and stayed at
That's considered young now.
It is. It's a long time ago.
10 years ago I wouldn't have said that, but now if I was 32 now.
Oh yeah, it's more than half of my life ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was fantastic. I mean, I think more or less every person has a duty for yourself and for the rest of the world to figure out who you are and why do you react like that to things, and why do you behave like a shit, or why do you behave nicely, and how is it all connected, so you have a bigger feeling of what, I mean, how you impact the world. And yourself.
The who you are part, I think I'm nearly there with that. I'm comfortable enough with that part.
Yeah.
Not that I like everything.
No, you don't.
But
You don't.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But the finding your place part, I think I'm going to struggle with that for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've made friends with the fact that I don't have to settle anywhere.
No, I mean, for some people, it might be your car or your purse or whatever. I mean, it's different from everybody. You know, there's no right answer.
Because I've never felt fully attached to any house that I've lived in.
No.
So, but I think, Rhiannon, not speaking for you now, but you feel attached to your farm.
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
I can see. I can feel it.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's part of your identity.
Yeah. It is.
But that's nothing. I think both ways can be fine. It depends on the person.
And there's no right answer. I mean, every individual.
Yeah.
But it's important that you think about it and ponder about it and what do I want and what's my purpose in life and
Big
it's
time,
like
yeah.
I normally say, like when you talk about social media and all that. I mean, it's like you don't have to be happy the whole time. Because we can't be happy the whole time. We have to have all the varieties of feelings. But you should be content with your life. Even if you're unhappy or you're feeling miserable, you still know that this is my path.
Yeah, it's reality, really.
It's and then it goes up and down, but it's like a illusion to think that you have to be happy the whole time because you can't be. We're not meant to be.
No. And if you are anyway, it's fake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we can't maintain the happiness.
No, and you have to have other sorts of feeling to be able to feel the happiness when it comes to you or when you're in the right spot or doing the right thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Jürgen, he's always happy. So he's fake. Must be fake.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say he's always happy. I think he's always grateful.
Yeah,
grateful and content, maybe. Yeah.
Because you can see it in a person. Jürgen looks like he's grateful and content.
Yeah. Sorry, Jürgen. There was a little joke. Sorry.
Yeah.
No. Nobody laughs. So technically, it's a statement.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's
no,
a joke.
but I mean, Jürgen's done a lot. He's been meditating a lot, and he's done a lot with his life.
I editing the episode yesterday, and I thought it was so interesting to listen to him. Actually,
I
know he's an interesting person, but listening to him, how he was talking about who are you and consciousness and stuff like that, thought it was really interesting.
I think Jürgen, he's even as a teenager, he was ahead of his times.
Yeah, probably.
He figured out early that I need to fix my mind to have a good life, and he done the steps to do it.
Yeah,
and I'm sure he had his tough times like everyone.
Yeah,
I mean, it is like you say, you don't like all parts of yourself, and you've done things and experienced things that aren't so nice.
I like mostly myself.
You do. Congratulations.
Thank you.
If Mark was ice cream, he would lick himself.
Like a cat.
Yeah. Meow. I love it. That's nice.
Have you given your farm a name, Rhiannon?
Well, it's called Djupdalen. That's where I took my last name from.
Okay. Yeah.
Deep Valley.
Deep Valley, yeah.
And is that the translation?
When you come there, you can see why it's named like that, because it's like a valley.
Oh, geez, that's pretty cool, yeah. I like that. Deep Valley. Yeah. It's like a name of a song.
Yeah.
Or countryside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Going back to the Deep Valley.
Yeah.
Where am I now? Have you been a nurse abroad?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I had plans. I thought, see, that's another thing. If you have dreams, you should do them while you have them, because then suddenly you don't have them anymore. Because I always thought when I retired, I was going to go to Africa and work as a volunteer nurse, or either with people or with elephants or whatever. And then when I retired, I thought, no, it's too warm in Africa. I don't want to go anymore.
Yeah.
I should have done that earlier.
You missed the snow.
I miss,
And your animals and everything. You'd have to leave everything, really.
Yeah, I mean, you had to arrange things, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, that dream passed away.
All right, so that's gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I went to Africa for my 60th birthday. That was nice. We went on a safari and that. So that was. I'm very glad I did that.
That's one of my old dreams.
Yeah.
The safari. I was saying that for maybe about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
What's it like? Right? Is it really?
It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
So were you in like a truck and
Like in a jeep.
In a jeep.
Yeah, and we were out 3 days. They were out driving, and those guides, they were really, really good. We saw all sorts of animals, and at one point we were standing there, and there was this big herd of elephants, and they were like moving around and looking into the car. And we were sitting there, and I was sitting next to the window, and there was another Swedish woman in the middle, and my friend was sitting on by the other window. And then one elephant came, and she was coming with the snabel, and she was putting it almost in through where I was and was going to touch me. And then that middle woman screamed. So the elephant ran away, and I was so angry.
Oh, jeez. That was your chance to get to touch one. A wild elephant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that was fantastic anyway.
Yeah. I'd love to go. South Africa, I haven't been, so.
But beside the screaming woman, did it felt peaceful when you let it all come?
Yeah, it was.
You
and
were not
the
afraid.
guides were so, I mean, they were really good, so they would have known if something was cooking up, then they would have driven away. But it was very peaceful, and they walked around, and they were just sort of checking out that jeep and everything.
And then this woman,
Exactly.
Jeez. Yeah.
Well,
you did a little bit like this, right?
yeah, exactly. Shut up.
But I only asked Rhiannon if you were a nurse abroad because the infrastructure in Sweden, I think, is good when it comes to hospitals and stuff like that. So I was just going to do a compare thing. So, but for me, it's really good here. You go to the hospital or the doctor, and it's 250 kroners.
Yeah, I think so too.
You can get like a heart X-ray for 250 kroners. That's cheap.
Not expensive. No.
I know in Ireland and other countries, it's crazy money.
I know, and when I speak to my friends in the US, and it's and everybody, Sweden, is communist and blah blah blah, and you have so high taxes.
Not
and then
really.
when you compare what would they pay for their private insurances for healthcare,
it stopped you going to the hospital. So you'll die. Yeah.
And one of the women that looked after my aunt over there and in her latest days, she had a son who died because he couldn't afford to buy insulin for his diabetes.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's
The land
in a modern country.
In a modern country, yeah.
It's a bit of propaganda with all these big countries saying it's the land of dreams and everything. So
not anymore. No.
Yeah, if you have plenty of money, yes. If you don't, God help you.
Yeah.
But had you a nurse or a doctor that you kind of admired when you were going through your times?
Dr. Bob.
Yeah. Or did you admire
Florence Nightingale?
Okay.
You shouldn't underestimate Florence Nightingale. Okay. She was a fantastic woman.
Yeah. Extremely
intelligent, coming from in those days, coming from a family who were broad-minded and let their daughter do all sorts of things. She went to the Krim, whatever you call it, down there during that
Russia?
War.
The
Crimean War.
Yeah.
And that's where she discovered how. I mean, most soldiers didn't die from gunshots. They died from diarrhea or infections and all the bad basics. So when she came back to England, she reformed the caring system. She was an extremely smart woman.
Okay.
And then there's a book. I can't remember who wrote it now, but there's a book about her in Sweden. A Swedish author who wrote it. And then and that's one part I loved. And then when she got older, she just stayed in bed for a year or so. She just went into her bedroom and stayed in bed. And she lay in the bed and she was writing and doing all sorts of things. And when people wanted to come and visit her, she had some aid, of course, that, she decided, well, that person can come for half an hour then and then. So she admitted people every once in a while. And I think that was really smart of her. She didn't in those days when a woman had her place and was supposed to do certain things, be married and have children or whatever. Then she sort of organized her life so she could do what she wanted.
It's cool. I didn't expect you to say her name, Rhiannon. I was waiting for some Swedish name to come.
No, she's the mother of all nurses.
Yeah, Florence Nightingale.
Yeah, and she's been looked upon like some, you see the picture
busybody
of her going with the little lady with the lamp, and she's it's stupid, but so far away from that. Very smart.
Someone should do a proper documentary on her, how she really was.
Yeah.
So I work on my own mostly. I can look her up on YouTube, and I'm sure I'll find something good.
And look, I can't. can't remember who wrote that book now, but check on the Swedish book. It's really interesting and
Yeah.
read about her.
Yeah.
I saw a documentary in this winter about a woman, and I think it was a French woman who came up with the idea to, or she invented the Röntgen photo, and it was during
Madame
the
Curie, yeah.
Second World War, or was it First World? No, First World War maybe.
I can't remember.
But
Curie,
and nobody accepted her in the beginning because those doctors, then
Oh,
there was
yeah,
coming
yeah.
a patient in with a gunshot, and then they said no, we have to amputate his leg or something, and then she said no, let's make a Röntgen, and then she had a very big devices with her. But then they said, no, we're not going to take it because I'm sure. And then they took a Röntgen, and then they find out.
But she got the Nobel Prize.
Eventually, but that was after many years, and she died of some cancer form because of all the radiation.
Yes.
Oh.
They didn't know it in the beginning, and her daughter as well. I think she died as well.
I don't know about.
She continued with it.
But her husband also. He was into
something
that too.
like that.
Say her name again, Mund.
I don't know what's her name. What's her name?
Curie.
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 Curry. Yeah, like curry ketchup. Yes.
All right.
But that was very interesting story, actually.
Yeah. I think, didn't she get the Nobel Prize twice, or did her husband get it? Something like that.
Something like that.
We can, going to look her up as well.
Check her up.
Yeah, that sounds really good. But you need a thick skin to be a nurse, and even more so a district nurse, Rhiannon, in my opinion.
I don't know if it's thick skin, but I think you need good colleagues that you can you can discuss things and debrief things if it gets bad. But for a while I was really into palliative care and all that, and of course it's like you could say you need thick skin, but it's also very, I mean, you get so much in return. You get so much connection and love and a feeling that you try to help somebody and it works, then it's fantastic.
Yeah. Did you take work home with you?
Sometimes, but not so often, because when there's two different worlds. I mean, like I have three paths in my life. One was the nursing, one was the farm and my life there, and then now it's like Tingshuset and trying to, do fun things with culture and people.
Yeah.
So I had
But that's what you mean with thick skin, maybe, that you don't take it home with you. That
maybe,
you can.
yeah. You can leave it at work, yeah.
Because it's
obviously sometimes, if it's very young people or.
So them ones, the younger, sudden, or doesn't have to be sudden.
Yeah.
Them ones, you're only human at the end of the day.
Yeah. Kevin, can I do it?
Just be very careful. Rhiannon's here now. Someday he's going to choke on it. The one last week up in the garden, I had to get him, that Heimlich maneuver. Just to get him back to us, like.
Talking about Heimlich, when I started at Gamleby Sjukhem, and that was in 90 or something. It's changed a lot, since it's not even there anymore. But then there was this little lady, she was like 45 kilos. And I was, at that point, the nurses had their own area where we had our lunch. So we went out and sat in a special room. And suddenly, there was this audio system that was all over the building. And suddenly, we were sitting there eating, and suddenly they says, nurse toward one. So something happened. Run over there. And this little 45 kilo lady had choked. She had with food in her throat. She couldn't breathe. She was just turning more and more white and blue. And they had done Heimlich, and I did Heimlich. Nothing worked. And then there was this nursing aide who worked there as well. And she was a big woman too. And I said to Anne, let's turn her upside down. So we took that lady and we turned her upside down, and out came a sliced carrot. That was just, and if she'd been 10, 15 kilos heavier, we wouldn't have been able to do it.
So you had her all the way upside down.
We just turned her upside down and it came out and she lived.
So in future reference, if somebody's choking,
turn everybody
upside down.
And shake.
Yeah.
What if they're going to fart first?
Exactly.
The money's going to fall out of the pocket phone.
I'd recommend Heimlich first,
Heimlich
though.
first.
But it didn't work. It was probably sort of stuck, so because it was around, when you cut carrots like that.
Oh yeah.
Because I do get like baby chokes, pak choi. I look around the room and I don't see anyone rushing to save
You
me.
should chew properly. The best advice is chew properly before you swallow.
I know, but when you're greedy, Rhiannon, I'm greedy. I'm in a hurry.
You have to work on that.
But so you saved a life.
Yeah,
You saved her
we did,
life.
yeah.
How was the woman afterwards? Was she?
She was very
Exhausted.
old and exhausted, and I don't
Yeah.
really remember this a long time ago. But I remember
Jesus.
that.
No,
But
brilliant.
before you didn't drop her down on her head. You turned
No,
her around.
we just turned her
lift,
around.
lift her
we
back.
took her, and so she came downwards with the head.
Okay, finished.
What was the toughest part of your job as a district nurse?
I don't know. I never thought about that. Getting to work 7 o'clock in the morning for me.
I was waiting I got closer to people, and then when they died, the alarm clock was the worst part.
I'm not that great early mornings. So that was about. For day one is good. Day 2 is okay. Day 3, and then when you come to Thursday, oh no.
Because I thought with the farm, like the clock is always the farm is 24/7.
Yeah, but that's different because then I wake up and then I go down to the stable and I do my chores and let the horses whatever out, and then I go up and I sit and I have my breakfast and I can sit and read the paper, and then it's different.
Yeah,
that's different.
Because what I thought about last night was when you met so many old people that are close to death, being a district nurse. One partner dies, and then you can see the other partner die of a broken heart. Have you witnessed something like that?
No, I don't think so. Not that I can remember.
Maybe it's an Irish thing. We're quite like superstitious and
Yeah.
a bit of a old romantics.
I mean, obviously, people are very heartbroken and all that. But then also, if it's the one person in the marriage that you care for, and that person dies, then you don't see. And the other woman, or mostly the man. And if the man dies and the woman keeps on living, and if she's not in need of care, then you don't meet her anymore.
Okay.
So then you're sort of out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because loneliness can be a type of.
I have seen that though in elderly women who live around in Gamleby, and they sit in their apartments, and that's back to the fact that how you live your life and how well you know yourself and the purpose of your life. Because I could have sometimes I tried to match them so they could be friends, so they could do things together.
Yeah, that's good.
Although that's not really part of my work, but I could see, but also they had about the same. They had difficulty moving. They had swollen legs. They maybe had the heart problems or whatever. It's similar when you get up to 80, 85. But some people are bitter, unhappy. They don't want to do anything. I mean, they just sort of given up on it, while the other people still are thinking how exciting life is, and I'm going to try to do that, and they want to talk. I had my favorite lady, she died a couple of years ago, she was over 100 then, and we would discuss life, and we would discuss the meaning of life, and she would tell me about hers, and I would tell her about my experiences, and one day I came and she says, I've done something now, I'm not going to tell anyone but you. Okay, what is it? And then she had decided to let the grave of her husband go. And she was a religious person, and she found it very difficult, but she sort of come around to that. And we had a long and really deep discussion about, life and death and how do you handle that. But she felt she couldn't take care of the grave anymore, and her children lived far away. So that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, fair enough.
But she was a fantastic person all up until her death, and eventually she moved into nursing home, and even there, even as she got weaker and weaker, the staff could ask her, how do you feel about this? Should we do, like in the procedures, should we do this and that, or should we, how do you think people feel? And she would tell you, you shouldn't do like that. That's not good for old people. You should do like this instead.
Yeah, because
she'd been that all her life, and other people back to if you have pondered over your life and thought about what's important or not, and she had definitely done that, and some women had done that.
And she was
and
vocal.
Some hadn't. Yeah.
She was vocal about it.
Yeah, and she had a mindset that could deal with things.
Yeah, because I'm going to speak for my Sambo Roland. She was on a few episodes ago, and there's one thing that she missed out that she wished she got in. That she was in the healthcare as well system, just to visit old people and just sit and talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a type of medicine.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm speaking for Rolly now. She goes, I wish I got that in.
Yeah.
So we can get that in now.
Yeah.
So I think actually pay people to go to a person's house.
Or pay hemtjänsten. And I think they've changed here now. They don't do the minute thing here in Västervik längre. But so that they have time, that the old person can decide themselves, no, I don't want you to clean house today. I want to go for a walk.
Yeah, that counts for so much more. Yeah. But I think my last question on that, Rand, what's your fondest memory looking back as a district nurse? It doesn't always have to be doom and gloom.
The funnest thing, I started, that was I think 2009. I worked nights for 20 years, night shifts, and then went on day shifts. And then after a couple of years, I started, I had a really good boss. So we started up special utbildningsenhet. What do you call that in English? It's a special organization for the nursing students.
Okay.
So I organized all that, and I worked together with the university, Linnéuniversitetet, and we built up a whole organization for how we take care of the nursing students, how we teach them, what the educational system.
It's like an academy.
Yeah, and that was so interesting and so much fun, and I learned so much. And now I had my knee surgery just over a year ago, and I came in the first time I've been in the hospital, and everywhere there says, "Oh, hello, is it you?" And when I was lying down there waiting to get into the anesthetics, they had the masks on, and there was this tall guy, and another guy came and he pronounced my name wrong. So the tall guy came and he says, no, that's not her name. Her name is Rhiannon. You should pronounce it like that. Turns out that was one of my students. And they were all over the place. That was so fantastic.
Yeah. I think it suits you, Anna Rhiannon.
Yeah.
You were kind of a leader, teacher type.
Yeah, it was so much fun and so rewarding in so many ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also for the whole system here in Gamleby, and all the home care patients and all the nursing homes, we worked with all the staff, all the nursing assistants. Everybody had to develop the way they approach people, their knowledge, in order to give the nursing students the best education.
Before, I said last question, but another last question. What about the psychiatric units? We like a little bit of crazy talk on here.
I haven't really been into special. Yeah, when I was young, when I lived in Gothenburg, I was in a psychiatric unit, and that was like before they changed everything. And there was this man there. He had syphilis, 3rd grade. He was an old boxer. He was completely. He should have been in a dementia care. But I saw that one day. He walked through one of those glass doors that are iron things that are not supposed to be breakable. He just walked through it.
Oh, jeez.
And came out on the other side, and then one of the staff went out to the other side and said, whatever his name was, Olle, do you want to play a game of chess? Yes, he said, and walked back into the door through the door.
How long were you there for?
Summer.
So you escaped, you got out of there. Yeah. But for me, we're all going a little bit crazy when we're older anyway. So I wish they need more special care as well, I imagine. So
yeah, I don't know that much about psychiatry really, but they you have to be pretty sick to get admitted into the emergency psychiatry, and then a lot of people with psychiatric problems are of course living in places where district nurses and hemtjänst meet them, so it's And
would they be mixed in with like Alzheimer's and dementia? Would they end up there as well, or is that a different category?
I think I think it's a different category, but it obviously it make there's a gray zone.
Yeah, because that does kind of mix together, doesn't it?
I mean, and people with dementia can get psychiatric problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get so frustrated and they get anger issues. So then they go, he's psychologically, she is. So, yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. So, who knows? We all end up somewhere.
We had I remember here in Annaboy, which is closed now, many years ago, one night, there was this demented old man who went bananas. And he was completely crazy. And there was one of the staff that worked night who was not so afraid. But the other ones just disappeared. So with me and this other woman, we walked the corridor for almost one night. And I was pretty big and I'm pretty strong. So I like sort of held him around his shoulder and we just walked and walked and walked. And I tried to get a doctor out and they wouldn't come.
Okay.
So we just walked there for one night.
You calmed
and then
him
he
down?
fell asleep in the morning.
So it did work?
Yeah.
You walked him down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving into dressage.
Dressage, yes.
Yeah. Dressage is a highly trained equine athlete that performs precise controlled movements in an area.
Yeah.
That's
not that good at it.
No, this is cool though, because the horses they're like equine gymnastics. No, this is really cool. So, when did you become a horse lover?
I think I've been that always. When I was, I think I was 15 when I got my first, 14 maybe when I got my first horse. And my uncle had a farm, my grandparents' farm, which he had taken over. So I had my horse there. So that was first, and then after 18, when I moved away, I didn't have a horse for quite a few years. But then I met a woman who's still my best friend, one of my best friends, and they were all into horses. So then I got back into it, and I borrowed a couple of horses from them. One summer when I lived in that commune thing with those guys, I had horses out there as well. So then I got back into it.
Yeah. My favourite horse of all time, Cato Star. He was a steeplechaser in England, in Ireland once or twice as well, I imagine. But when he was retired at age 12, I think he would retire to dressage.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So he was French bred and trained to be a steeplechaser. That's like over the larger fences. Yeah. And
they have a different canter than the race horses.
Totally different. It's a totally different thing.
My favorite horse is Mr. Ed.
Is that the talking horse, Mr. Red?
Yes, of course, it's a horse. Of course.
Well, we can tweak it on Mr. Red, boys, for the rest of Cato. But he never actually made it to dressage. He fell in his paddock at the age. I think he was 15 when he fell, and he died of some humanely put down something. I think it was something with his back or something.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's my ultimate favorite horse of all time. Yeah, he's brilliant. He's so good. But when did you start getting into like actually breeding?
Breeding. That's when I moved to Djupdalen.
Yeah, because that's a totally different thing from liking horses.
That's Fredrik, whom I lived together with there. We both came from Overmänge school, and then I bought the farm, and he moved in there as well. And we had this idea we were going to breed horses and make so much money out of that we didn't have to work.
You're going to be rich.
Yes.
Easy.
We realized very soon that wouldn't work.
But the passion was there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we bought the first mare, and then I just kept on. I mean, I've said a couple of times through the years, no, this is my last one. But then I always started again. And now I said 3 years ago, the 3-year-olds I have now, that these are my last ones. Because now I'm actually getting to, because you lose a bit of strength and balance to handle young horses. But now we're gonna make one. We're gonna inseminate one now soon.
Okay.
In a couple of weeks.
So you're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
All right. But it's interesting though, because it's the dressage. It's the walk is the rhythm 4-beat pace. The trot a springy 2-beat pace with a brief moment of suspension That's when they lift their leg
The
and
passage.
I can picture. And the canter, a balanced 3-beat pace. Do you teach that, or is that after you bred them, broke them in?
I breed them. I have a friend who used to live here, but she's from Dalarna, so she moved back up there. I mean, it's probably like 15 years, a long time ago now. But some of them we own together, so I make them. I breed them, and I have the foals. And normally we try to sell them as foals, because it's good to sell a foal. You sell a dream. You never know what's going to happen, there's accidents and they don't turn out the way you hoped.
Yeah.
So we try to sell them as foals, and if we don't, I keep them until they're 2.5, and then they go up to her, because she's a very good both trainer, and she's very good at selling horses, which I'm not, because I want to keep every horse.
Oh, you fall in love with them?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what Helene says to me. And when I say, well, this one, she's so special, and I think maybe we should keep her. And she says, that's what you say about everyone. She's very,
And do you name the horse? Because I'll keep referring back to Cato Star. Cato Star was, I think it was Cato Stone or Cato Relco. So if a horse is called Deep Valley, you could name the next foal Deep River.
Yeah, something like. I've had different themes. I had like mythological themes, depending on the mare, And then if you have a Dutch horse, they have a system where they have the first letter. They change every year. So then I had a Dutch mare that I took foals after, and then I used that system, and so it's different. Yeah. And then we had a mare called Roxette. So then we had all her foals got musical names.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now this one, I have this year, Decibel. Her mother name was Donna Summer. So then we also took D names, sort of. So it's Decibel, Dancing Queen, Dylan, Donovan.
Elvis.
Yeah.
But that kind of helps sell the horse as well, though. So you give the names as well before you pass them on.
Oh yeah, we give the name, because when they have to have a passport,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then they have a name with the passport, and they're chipped, so they're ID'd and everything.
Yeah, I know. Gee, that's so cool. But then you can start naming them after planets as well. And
Oh yeah. And then
open.
some breeders have, like, you can have a suffix like after. We haven't done that, but I know somebody, they have their, like, a woman outside of Västervik. She has SL. That's like Dylan SL, and that's her name. So I leave. So you can choose that if you want to.
I have a mini dream to call my first horse. My father's last words was, "I know the form."
Yeah.
That would be a good name for a horse.
That's a good name for a racing horse.
Yeah, because when you're studying the form, I know the form. So one day, knock wood. You never know. Where are we now? Going back there, you mentioned the Dutch warm bloods. Yeah, I found that last night. And there's the Hanoverians, the Holsteiners, the Westphalians, the Older Bears, and the Dutch warm bloods. But they're specifically bred for dressage
and jumping.
And jumping. Oh, and for steeplechase.
Yeah, not so much steeplechase.
Oh, for the equine.
Jumping.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Jumping and maybe cross country, some of them. But
more
not,
show jumping.
Not steeplechase. No, that's more thoroughbreds, and that's a different line.
And then it's really cool that the thoroughbreds then they can transition to dressage.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
But you wouldn't. I've never heard of the warm bloods. I've in all my years listened to horse races, I've never heard warm blood as a steeplechaser.
No, because I think steeplechasers are more thoroughbred.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So.
Maybe they mix them as well, but I think that mainly.
Yeah, so you learn something new every day.
And that's a Swedish warm blood, but nowadays, I mean, I can't really tell. Some of those, like the Oldenburgs and that, they're pretty. Some of them are more closed in what they allow to be called an Oldenburg or whatever.
Okay.
But the Swedish warm blood is also its own organization, but it's today with all the insemination and frozen semen and everything, it gets all mixed,
But the horse racing industry, it's gigantic. It's so big. So,
But in Sweden, it's the trotting mostly.
Yeah,
the gallop, the canter isn't that big in Sweden, as it is in Britain.
No. I'm a jumps guy.
Yeah.
I like to bet on the flat more. Not that I win anyway, but gambling wise, I prefer the flat because with the steeple chases, hurdles, or the horse is going fine and he falls to the last fence or something, he gets pulled up. There's more risk of something going wrong.
Okay.
But it's more exciting to watch. It's much more exciting to watch. But I never see dressage. Not that people watch TV anymore, but where would you see the dressage?
Oh, that's the big competitions are on usually on SVT, and then there's Clip My Horse. It's a special channel, and you can see it
because we don't watch cable TV that much anymore.
Eurosport.
Would it?
See. I never tried Eurosport, but I would think so. Yeah, but on SVT you can see normally when they have World Championships or the Olympics and all that.
I'm going to keep a lookout for it.
I think this last summer when they had Olympics in Paris, it was on Max.
All right.
HBO. They showed everything.
Because once I start watching it, it's comfort viewing.
Yeah, I mean the dressage world is under a lot of attention now.
Scrutiny.
Yes, it's health. Horse welfare and how do you treat them and what do you do and there's been some scandals with the really top riders. But I think it's good. You have to look into it and
the Grand National.
Yeah.
It's like 4 mile 2 furlongs. That used to be 40 horses with really high fences. Now they've taken it down to I think 34 horses, and the fences are a lot.
Yeah,
lower.
and it's a lot. I mean, the fences is a lot of bush. I mean, the actual fence isn't that high anymore.
Yeah. I hope we can add 1 or 2 clips of some dressage and then compare it to the old-fashioned Grand National. Yeah. No, it's nuts. So I love it anyway. There's something special about horses. They're I don't know. And you've more experience than me up close, Rhiannon. Are some of them more clever than others, or some more nasty than others? Is there a personality?
Oh yeah. And they're different from day one. I mean, you don't think so, but they are different, and they talk about what do you call it again? When they get influence in the womb already, just like humans do. They say that like if they have a mother who was famished, then that horse are more interested in food and gets easily fat. Because so it happens from day one. You get affected by what happens around you.
Okay.
And then it's of course it's. But I have a friend now. She has a 4-year-old that was born at my place, and she's so special. And you wonder, how did that come about? Her mother was special. But you wonder how did she become like that? Yeah. Because there's nothing bad happened to her in her life, Sometimes you can understand if they've been put under too much strain or people will be mean to them.
Oh, she's psychological problems for no reason.
Yeah, but she's a very, very special horse. Yeah.
But the kind of little bit crazy horses, they're usually kind of the best as well.
No, not necessarily.
All right. Because if you think of sportsmen, women.
Yeah.
The really special ones, they usually have
to. Like my friend Helene in Dalarna, she had a horse that I bred, that she competed at quite high levels in dressage. And then eventually she sold it because when it got to a certain point, then he didn't want to do it anymore. Okay. But then another horse might want to continue, but he didn't. So she sold him eventually because he wasn't happy about it anymore.
Yeah. And do you always follow every horse that comes out of your stable? Do you always follow?
I try to, I try to.
Yeah, because you'd get a soft spot for a few of them, I imagine.
Yeah. But there's been a few now, so I don't have that.
And then we mentioned earlier, I think it was on camera, off camera, but Coolmore Stud. That's like the biggest operation in Ireland. What's the equivalent of that in Sweden? Except you.
Lövsta is a big one.
All right.
Up north of Stockholm. That's big. That's Antonia Axon. Vad heter hon? You know that big.
No, I don't know them.
She's a big. Has all different kinds. Big companies in Sweden.
Okay.
and she's into horses. So there's a lot of money, and they got a big place, several places. And then there's, what else is there? There are there's some jumping breeders as well.
Yeah.
But I think they're probably the biggest.
Yeah. Yeah, I did go to the Swedish Grand National one year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like the one in Ireland and in England at all, or Scotland or Wales. But it was good in its own right, a bit smaller.
Yeah, but that's not so big in Sweden. I mean, it's the jumping is the biggest, I think. Most people are into jumping horses.
Yeah, different countries, different ways. So, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I'd like to go with my daughter Natalie actually to a dressage one day.
But you can do that. They have that in Västervik, in Målsrum. I mean, not higher levels, but they do dressage.
That's fine.
Competitions several times a year.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to move into the old Gamleby courthouse area now. Tingshuset.
Tingshuset.
Yeah. Feel free at all, Rhiannon, because this place has so much history. So feel free just to whatever comes to mind. Because I have the book here that you gave me.
Yeah.
It's really good. But there's so much in it.
Yeah.
And more.
Did you read about the person that poisoned her husband? Did you get to that? That's in the end.
I kind of 3/4 of the way in. I says, I think I have enough now.
Yeah.
Because I judge it by how many pages I wrote. And I think I wrote 4 or 5.
Okay.
Let's start with that, so.
Okay.
Did he deserve it?
I think so. Well, it was up towards Östgötagränsen. I don't know, Falurum, someplace up there. There was this lady who, the farmer, he was often sick, and I think she thought he was lazy. Okay. So she probably got tired of him. So she poisoned him. And since he so often lay in bed and was sick, I think she thought she would get away with it because people wouldn't think that he was being poisoned. But they discovered it. So she was convicted of murder, but she wasn't executed because it's probably stopped that now.
How long ago was that?
I can't remember. You have to look in the book.
Oh, jeez, it'd be hard to find out.
But was it like 80 years ago? Or
no, longer.
Oh, longer ago.
Longer.
Okay.
I think it was maybe in the 19th century.
You can give it to... When did they... Because we done the Fengelset Hotel in Västervik. We done an episode there.
Yeah.
And the executions stopped, I think, in... I just throw out a number now.
I can't remember.
20s, I think. 30s.
Yes, maybe something like that.
Yeah, something changed. Geez, the memory fades. Yeah, it's around that time anyway.
Yeah. And you know, in Stångeland, just west of here, they had what do you call it? Galgeplats.
Oh,
yeah.
To hang them?
Yeah, they hanged them or they ever killed them. They did that there, and also up on
public executions?
Yeah, public execution place in
Is it
Stångeland.
still up to date? Is it still going on, or?
I think so.
Okay, so we can bring in people.
You can
there
do a blog there.
Okay.
I don't know.
The first person we find outside.
I'm not sure where it is, but it would be
Kevin.
interesting. I'm sure people know, as the local people know.
I'd like to go there for a look. I'm sure there's something left there.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
It's interesting. Yeah.
But how and the autopsy it revealed that the man was poisoned purposely. Somehow.
I don't know if they did an autopsy, but they proved it somehow. Don't know if they did autopsies in those days.
I like the sign on the door. Put the gun down.
Put the gun
Weapons down.
Weapons down. Yeah.
They don't have the camera, so they could check you.
But let's bounce around with the this is like hundreds of years old. The courthouse.
This building is 200 years old.
Yeah,
and before this one, there was a wooden building on the same place. That was smaller, and that's when they decided they needed a bigger one. And then in the area, there's been courthouse for many, many hundred years.
Yeah, because when they made it concrete, it was more fire resistant.
And I think they thought that, I mean, Kustherad, which is the area that the jurisdiction covers, it runs from, if you go up to Valdemarsvik, there's a little river or whatever, and there's a bridge over, and there is a sign that says that there stops Kustherad and Östergötland starts. north
Okay.
of it. And then it goes all the way down, I don't know, south of Gamleby, and it goes in almost all the way to Vimmerby. So it was a huge area that this jurisdiction covered. So, and I think those, high-born men, they wanted something better looking than that old wooden building, and it was too small for them also.
Because it's 1755 is when the first courthouse was built here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a wooden one.
Yeah. And there's a lot of troubles. There's a lot of trouble going on during that time.
Oh yeah.
And there's a character here now that I'm going to find. But I tell you, there's been a lot of arguments over the years in this courthouse of what's going to happen, especially when it comes to changes of location and
exactly,
building.
and who took my cow and who did that, and that's my piece of land, and whatever. Yeah.
And as we know, religion was a lot more powerful years ago. And there was a guy, Sermon Sivers. Did you ever read of him?
Can't remember.
I try quote him now. Quote: "The world is a whore. It has been ugly since the fall. When a whore grows old and she looks at herself with pleasure, no wonder that both God and people look at the wicked old world, which for its injustice resembles Satan himself." This was like a quote that a sermon said in public, just like it was normal.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the tongue back then. So
Yeah.
So Sermon Sivers, I tell you, he was a piece of work, but he was a man of God.
Yeah.
Were the prosecutors, judges, and I'm not sure if to say defense lawyers, were they men of God back in the day?
I don't think so. No, if you look down in the courtroom there, you see all those photos on the wall.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, like this is 16th, 17th, maybe even 18th century, they were appointed by the king, so they were noblemen who got
King
this,
Charles.
and there was an honor, of course, and probably wealth involved as well. And then it evolved, and then you can see all these men coming, and in the very far end, over on this end, there's one woman in the 60s, 1960s.
What's her name?
Anne-Marie something. She was from Vimmerby.
Okay, we'll find her in the book and we can take a photo, or should we find her in the room?
You can find her. We can take a picture of her in the room.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, but there is. I tell you, I'm glad we were born in this time.
It wasn't better before.
Definitely you.
Because when I was reading that book, like last night, there was a gulp. There was one wrong move, or
I can imagine they hanged you in Stångeland there.
we would have been hanged many times.
And then there are cells out in the building out in the yard there. There are old cells where they kept the prisoners while they were on trial.
Yeah, exactly. There was like a jail, prison. There was a misdemeanor prison, and there was a jail here as well.
I don't think it was a jail. I don't think they stayed there for a long, long time, but they stayed there while they had the proceedings going.
Yeah, the translation was misdemeanor, so it isn't like that lady that killed her husband, and so if she killed her husband allegedly, but she was found guilty. Right, and during 80s, then this is a part, I don't know, I found this a little bit confusing. In 1827, the courthouse was sold at auction.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. Because I thought, for me now, this is a courthouse estate.
1827.
Yeah. That's a bit unusual. But I'm here to stand corrected as well.
I don't know about that.
Because usually a courthouse is state owned and stuff.
Yeah, it wouldn't be, because that was around when they started to. It wasn't maybe the old building then, that's when they started to prepare for building this one.
Exactly, that's 200 years ago.
Yeah,
like you said.
Yeah.
But we can.
So maybe it was a shift there somehow.
And once we know, we can always add it in a future episode, just to be sure.
Just to be sure.
Yeah.
Bosse would know everything about that.
When's he coming on?
I don't know. You have to chase him a bit.
I think he likes to play hard to get. Yeah.
I think maybe, I don't know if he finds it difficult to do the English.
I did talk to him unknowingly. I spoke to him one day downstairs at the door, and his English was quite good.
He was okay.
Yeah, he said to me, "Leave the door open or closed." And I went, I don't know what I said. I just said whatever. And he goes, okay.
Mm.
So, but if you can, because he's like the...
He knows everything. I mean, he's like a walking library. when it
He's
comes
like
to
the
this.
book. He's
like
the walking book.
Yeah, he's fantastic when it comes to that.
Yeah. I know. Then the last standing judge before the courthouse ceased to exist in the 1950s.
1960, they moved to Västervik.
Yeah, but there from 1955 to 1960, there was a lot of arguing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people wanted it to stay this side, so for the likes of Lafterhammer, Västerås.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it took 5 years for the transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's moved to Kalmar, so now it's not even in Västervik anymore.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Yeah, because that courthouse it's around the corner from my house. It's not even used really.
No.
So it got moved.
Yeah, it's more decentralized. Sort of.
Yeah, because that's a big enough building, the one in Västervik.
You would think so.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a bit of politics and everything. But for my understanding, Carl Carlson was the last sitting judge before it got moved. There's some really cool photos I'd like to, if we can add.
Yeah. You can look at there's a lot of photos down there as well.
Yeah.
You can see, and on some you can see how the interior has changed as well. So it's
And there's a lovely photo. He's sitting down with the jurors, which is unusual. There's a photograph of the judge with the jurors. Yeah. And we first started here. We were in the judge's chamber. That's where the podcast was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, get birth.
Birth chamber.
And then Rhiannon decapitated us from that room. And then we got moved upstairs.
You got moved. You moved forwarded upstairs.
We got promoted.
Yeah.
But it's kind of it's a strange thing. When I was in the judge's chamber, I didn't get the sense of power or.
No, I've never felt anything like that either
Yeah.
here. I mean, you would think that a lot of people have all kinds suffered, and all kinds of anxieties and all thoughts of fights like you say.
Yeah.
But I think it's a very friendly house.
Yeah.
And I think, well, when we had the Konstrundan on the Saturday where I showed the courthouse, there was two ladies who came, and when they went into that little room where you sat, they said, here was really bad energy, and I thought, what?
No.
I couldn't feel that. I can't feel that.
Because the courtroom itself as well.
Yeah.
I don't feel.
I've
get
never
the chills.
felt, and I've never felt any unpleasantness anyway.
Yeah. Because for me, like there's so much, like hardship has gone through these walls, and normally you pick up in it.
Yeah, but it's a very good house.
Yeah.
What I've been thinking about sometimes when I've been cleaning, every once in a while I've been cleaning the stairs, those stone stairs, and I vacuum them, and then I've been swapping them off with a wet rug.
Yeah.
And then I've been thinking, when I've been lying there in the stairs, I'm thinking, think of all the women through hundreds of years who've been lying here cleaning the stairs, and all these male white men powerful walking up and down, probably not even noticing them. And that's history as well, I think, how it's changed.
Yeah, the women have gotten the power back a bit more, which is fair, which is good.
Yeah.
And did you notice, Rhiannon, that X marks the spot on some of the stones as you walk in the hallway?
The what?
If you walk in the hallway downstairs, there's X's on the stones.
No, I never thought about that. You can show me.
Yeah, Tobias Allsted from episode 1. He told me the reason. He goes, he goes, oh, this X here, there's like 4 X's. I'll show you later. Yeah. But there was a reason for it.
What was that?
I can't remember.
What a great story.
I know, but you're going to have to tune in next time to find out. We'll keep it a bit mysterious.
It's a cliffhanger.
But there's a reason for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
And Tobias knew it just like that, which is cool. Yeah.
Cool.
That treasure chest, I call it the treasure chest, but that treasure chest that's in the courtroom, we've looked into it a few times. There's shackles, chains, type of weapons. Is it a human skull?
Yeah.
It's part of a human skull there.
Yeah. I don't know whose it is, and I don't know it's probably not supposed to lie there. We should probably not talk about it. It should be returned to some graveyard someplace. Maybe it was found out here by the old church. I don't know.
But I think it's appropriate so you'll take the courtroom a bit more seriously.
But that chest is from the 17th century. It's very, very old.
Yeah.
So that was in the older building as well. So that's been. I can't imagine how they got it up there. It's so heavy.
Yeah, yeah. It's the door itself is yeah. And is there any other cases that stand out to you, Rhiannon, from years ago? The bell. Oh, hang on. The bell as well.
Yeah, the bell. It was up on the other house, on the little house. The bell was hanging up there. If we had more money, we struggle with economy always. But if we had more money, we would put it up there again. I would think that would be nice.
Because unknowingly, I'd lift that bell a few times to show people the treasure chest. We call it the treasure chest. And by Gerard Homer. It was built in Stockholm in 1812. So
it's been there for a while.
Yeah, and by God, that's heavy as well.
Yeah. And it was interesting, like last summer when they had the 750 Jubilee, when they had this during the medieval
week.
Yeah. We had people coming in and we had shows, and I had 2 or 3 older men who had actually been sitting here as a judge. Oh. Before it moved, and they spoke about that. That was really interesting. And also up here, in these small rooms, when they got together twice a year to do all the court stuff, and then they're called notarier, the men who wrote everything down. They came and they stayed up in these rooms. So in there's this really old-fashioned stove. That I suppose they cooked on it, and it's antique, and so they lived up here. And then, as we came into the 20th century, there was people both from Gamleby Folkeskola or from Valsaskolan, the agricultural school. Yeah. They lived here. Students lived up here. So I think if I remember correct, the girls lived here and the boys lived in another house up here, but then they climbed into each other, and some tell me, I met my husband here. There's all sorts of stories.
But it's so cool that the courthouse is a museum now.
It is, yeah. It is.
Because otherwise it's just going to wither away.
Yeah. And it's and we would, the Stiftelsen Gamleby Tingshus, which I'm a part of then, we would really, really wish for kommunen to take over the responsibility for the running of the place, for looking after because it's 200 years old. Things are starting to fall apart, and it's an enormous amount of money to get it fixed. So we would really like to pay for the kommunen to pay for the monthly run and to do all that. So we in the board could use the time to do things here, cultural and historical things.
Have you requested?
Yeah, Bosse and some of the other men there are working on it, but it's difficult. And then as this is a kulturhistoriskt märkt house, there's a statue that says that the man who is in charge of a länsmuseum in Kalmar has to sit on the board. So that's Örjan Molander, and he's extremely good at looking into where we can apply for money in different ways. So that's why we've had the fire thing done, and now in mid-June there's going to come a painter and do the windows and look after the windows. And we had some guy looking at the plumbing, and he's going to see if he can find money so we can do these things. We should look after all the electricity. All that old stuff should be. Everything needs looking after.
Yeah, blood out of a stone, trying to get money out of the Vestry commune.
Yeah, but that would be, I think because a lot of, even when we have the showings, sometimes people who live in Gamleby, they've never been inside here. They don't really know what this is, and that's a shame. So I'm so happy that you are here and the other women now that have their things that they do, because you don't sleep up here, but you can be up here during the day.
And we can promote it a little bit like this now.
That's
exactly.
And anyone that I talk to about the podcast with and Gamleby, Tingshouse, Courthouse. That comes out of my mouth a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
And word of mouth is good.
Yeah,
So
it's good.
it definitely works.
And then we have the residencies. So now on Monday there's a Danish woman coming. She's going to stay for 4 weeks as an artist.
Okay.
And then July, August, the Turkish couple who's been here a couple.
Ah, yeah.
You met them?
Yeah, they're nice.
They're coming. And then I have contact with an English artist who might come later in the fall. So it moves on. It's nice. But it's really nice that you all are up here. It makes it more alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I met the guy that he had his at the Kunstrunde.
Oh, Lasse.
Lasse. He's going to come. Lived in Galway for a while. He's got a good story. Me and him, I feel we connected straight away.
Good, yeah.
And we're going to go for a Guinness and we're going to swap stories. And then we'll sit here. I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see straight away we were like that. Do you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
So,
he's a nice guy.
Yeah. But thanks a million, Rhiannon, for letting me come here and start this podcast. I couldn't pick a better location.
No?
And I'll
I'm
thank
glad you asked. Who asked? Who tipped you off about this?
Me.
You?
No.
Oh.
Yes, you, of course.
No, just think Mark wasn't in the picture at this time. No, it was, if I connect the dots, Håkan in the Vestre Eads Church, he recommended Jürgen.
Håkan ringde.
Håkan. Oh,
That's
you
my
know,
neighbor.
You know, yeah, exactly. He recommended that I come speak to Jürgen. And then when I came and spoke to Jürgen, he really liked the idea, but he says, we don't have space for you. And then he goes, but maybe you could go next door. Then he mentioned Rhiannon. We swapped numbers. I contacted you. And then, so thanks a million, Rhiannon. First of all, thanks a million, Rhiannon, for letting us start it here. Thanks a million to my son, James, for jumping on board from the very beginning.
Yes.
I thought I could do everything on my own. I'm a bit naive. And I'd say thanks for Mark Hollenberg, a massive part of the team now.
Yeah.
So it's all connected, and I have to say thanks to my Sambo Rolling. She's really done a lot more stuff in the background.
Great. Yeah.
For me personally,
it's a family business.
She's kind of looks after me more than before, and that gets a bit goes a bit under the radar. I think at times. Yeah, I say thanks to all the past guests as well, of course, and the future. Okay, so we're going to take a short summer break, and we'll see you all again in September. And wherever I lay my hat.